Problem 4. This is the given characteristic equation. So we need to check whether all the coefficients are present or not. That is s bar 0, s bar 1, s bar 2, s bar 3, s bar 4, s bar 5. So all the coefficients are present here. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 15. So these are the coefficients. So you need to construct a root array for this. So starting from s bar 5 to s bar 0, make a column and start arranging these coefficients a1, a2, a2 equal to 1, and next a3, a4, a5, a6. So you have completed the coefficients of the characteristic equation in first two rows of root array. Next, you need to find out the elements of the next row, that is s bar 3 row. So how you are going to find out the elements of s bar 3 row? So first you need to multiply 1 into 2, that is 2, minus 2 into 1, that is 2, 2 minus 2 divided by 1. So 2 minus 2 divided by 1. So that is equal to 0. So 2 minus 2 divided by 1 is 0. That you are going to place here. That is in the s bar 3th row. That is 0. Next, now to find out the second element of s cube row is 1 into 3, that is 3, minus 15 into 1. So 3 minus 15 divided by 1. So 3 minus 15 is 12. So minus sign is for 15. So it is minus 12. So write minus 12 in the second column. So that is as a second element. Next, there are no other elements. Now to find out the third element. So you can put 0 in place of third element of s cube row. Next, to find out s square elements, according to the difficulty 1, so in the first column, the element in any of the rows, the first element should not be 0. So if there are any 0 present in the first element place, then you need to replace that 0 by epsilon. So remove that 0. In place of 0, place epsilon, that is a small positive value. So you are placing epsilon in place of 0 because 0 should not be present in any of the row as a first element. So next, you can proceed with the root array. So in order to find out the next element, you need to multiply 2 into epsilon minus of minus 12 into 1 divided by epsilon. So it is 2 epsilon, 2 into epsilon, minus of minus means plus, 12 into 1 is 12 divided by epsilon. So this is the next element. After that, epsilon into 15, that is 15 epsilon minus 0 divided by epsilon. So then you will get 15 epsilon minus 0 is 15 epsilon itself divided by epsilon is epsilon will get cancelled. Remaining value is 15. So you can write 15 here. And also then there is no next element, so you can put 0 and find out the next element. So multiply this complex term into minus 12 minus 15 into epsilon divided by the same term. So that gives this complex term, that is 2 epsilon plus 12 divided by epsilon into minus 12 minus 15 epsilon divided by the first term of s square row. So after simplification, you will be getting minus 15 epsilon square minus 24 epsilon minus 144 divided by 2 epsilon plus 12. So write this expression in the s bar 1 row. Next, so you can place 0 and find out this complex term into 0 is 0. 0 into epsilon is 0 divided by the same term. So it gives 0. So you are multiplying both the terms with a 0, so you are getting 0 itself. Next, find out the last element, that is s bar 0th element. So this term into 15 minus 0 into that term, that will be equal to 0 itself. So divided by the same term gives 15. So now you have completed the root array, but you don't know what is the sign of this term as well as this term, because you know that epsilon is a positive value. So you can say that 1 is positive, 1 is positive and epsilon is also positive. But you don't know the sign of these complex terms. So in order to get the signs of these parameters, so you need to apply the limits according to the difficulty 1. That is a special case 1. So first consider the first term 2 epsilon plus 12 divided by epsilon. Apply the limits. So while you are applying the limits, substitute epsilon equal to 0. So if you substitute epsilon equal to 0, you will getting 12 divided by 0. 0 plus 12 divided by 0, that is infinity. So for the first element of a square row is infinity, that is positive infinity. So the sign of that parameter is plus. So this is positive. Next, you should consider this next complex parameter. Apply the limits to this. So substitute epsilon equal to 0 in this expression. The remaining value is minus 144 divided by 12. So in other expressions, if you substitute epsilon equal to 0, these terms will become 0. The remaining value is minus 144 divided by 12. For that, the value is minus 12. So the value for this complex term is minus 12. And now you got the signs for all the elements which are present in the first column of the root array. So this is positive, 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 but here it is negative. So there is a change in positive to negative and negative to positive. Two sign changes are there. So we can say that the system is unstable. So if there are any sign changes, the total number of sign changes will be equal to the total number of roots present in the right half of the S-plane. If the roots are present in the right half of the S-plane, then the system is unstable.